So in this video we're going to be talking about installing the Elements Designer Toolkit. So we've downloaded our file. It should have a zip file here on our desktop, and we're just going to right click on that and choose um, Open with Archive Utility, and it will go ahead and archive that, and you'll see a folder on our desktop that says the EDD Designers Toolkit install files. So let's open that up. And in here, we're going to find two folders. So the first one here, the EDD Designers Toolkit, all we have to do is drag and drop it over here to our applications. That's it. If we go into applications and we scroll down, you'll see there it is, Elements Designers Toolkit. Now really the only directory that's important for you to know about that's in here is the template folder right here. If you come into templates, and then that is a series of templates that you can open up in Photoshop Elements and use very easily. The other folder that perhaps may be of importance is the custom shapes, and we can load that additional set of custom shapes if we want to later on, but that's optional. Okay, so back to our desktop, back to the Designer's Toolkit install files, there's one additional folder here called Photo Effects. Now here's where you want to pay close attention. We want to take the files within Photo Effects, not the actual Photo Effects folder itself, but the files within. And let's go ahead and hit Command A. That will select all of the files within that folder, and then hit Command C to copy those to the clipboard. Now the next thing we're going to do is come up here to our Macintosh hard drive, come into Library, Application Support, and then we'll toggle Open Adobe. Come down to where you'll see Photoshop Elements, and then depending on your version of Photoshop Elements, things will differ slightly here. So you can see the only version of Photoshop Elements I have here installed on my Mac is version 8. They didn't actually make a version 7 for the Mac. They did make a version 9, and they did make a version 10. So again, in my case I'm using version 8, but if you're using version 9 or version 10, it will be the same exact from here forward. So I'm going to open up my 8.0 directory, and the first thing I'm going to do is come into Locale directory and come into the English US directory and delete this file right here. This is metadatabase. Just go ahead and right click on that and move it to the trash. Then we'll come down here to where it says Photo Creations. We'll open that up and come down here. You see we have a Photo Effects folder. So we'll go ahead and open up that Photo Effects folder, and then we'll go ahead and paste those files into our Photo Effects folder. Okay, so if let's go back to our desktop. Let's copy these files. And then we'll go back to our Macintosh hard drive, open up our Photo Effects folder, and paste. There we go. So now all those files are within our Photo Effects folder just the way we wanted. So that's exactly what we're looking to do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and back up a directory here. Now the last thing to do when we're in our Photo Creations folder, we want to come down here and delete our Thumb Database folder. So go ahead and just delete, again, move to the trash, right click, move to the trash, that Thumb Database file. Now with the Designer's Toolkit, there were some frames that we also included. Let's take a look at those for a moment, and where we would put those frames at. So again, we'll come in here. So in our Photo Creations folder that is within our 8.0, 9.0, or 10.0 directory, there is a folder called Frames, and that is the folder where you would install all the frames that came with your Designer's Toolkit. There's two. There's the photo edges and the photo blocks. So once you've deleted that Thumb Database, and you've also deleted the metadatabase within Locale English US, now it's time to restart Photoshop Elements, and then you will find all the new features of the Designer's Toolkit haven't been installed in your version of Photoshop Elements. So it's really not a very difficult process at all. If you have any questions though, feel free to give us a call and we would be happy to help further. Thanks for watching.